Welcome to Formula One and Sun. I'm Tom.
And I'm Oscar.
Well, Oscar, we're here at the Chicago Formula One fan event at Soldier Field. Massive turnout.
Yeah, it's packed, actually.
Yeah, lots of people, and they've got lots of good events going on here. They've got, of course, the DHL Fastest Lap Simulator, which has got a massive lineup for it.
Yeah, it's about 50 meters long.
And they've also got a pit stop challenge where people are changing wheels on cars.
Like, it's a real wheel, though, there, right? So it's not simulator, that one.
Yeah, no, it's pretty impressive. And lots of kind of Frankenstein cars here as well. Interesting stuff.
And stop using F1 language. A Frankenstein car is like a car that's like not an actual car. It's like mixed up with parts, or it doesn't have an engine.
And you probably hear
like
that noise behind us. That's we're here near the main stage. They've got some big screens set up. They're going to have quali for the Canadian Grand Prix in about 20 minutes. FP3 was this morning. We saw the Ferraris pipping the Mercedes for 1-2.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
exciting.
The first.
Yeah, should set us up for an interesting quali session.
And we know how the Mercedes have a new engine upgrade here, right? And we saw Ocon's engine failing.
Was it Ocon?
Oh.
He doesn't race anymore.
Oh, well,
you might mean Lance Stroll, the Canadian guy.
Stroll's engine go up in flames. So
yeah, so that could be a concern. Could be a
yeah.
concern for that new Mercedes engine. So we'll see. Maybe they're not turning it up too high just in case, and that'll give Ferrari an opportunity to stretch their legs with that great straight line speed. So I think we're set up for a great quali session. We're going to record through some of that quali session here at the F1 Fan Festival. Maybe find some fans to have a chat to and see what they think about it all. But right now, Oscar, let's grab ourselves a good old Chicago-style hot dog, get ourselves comfortable, and get ready for a great quali session here at Soldier Field. Welcome to Formula One and Sun, or should I say welcome back to Formula One and Sun. I'm Tom.
And I'm Oscar.
Well, Oscar, here we are still at the Chicago Formula One fan event
About
at Soldier Field.
10 minutes after we did that last thing.
And quali's about to start in about 30 seconds. We've got the noise of some engines revving behind us from some of the nice sports cars they've got there. I saw a McLaren 720S, a Aventador in a beautiful matte black.
Yeah.
It was a Ferrari 488. And there's going to be some demonstrations after quali as well. We're going to see some, presumably, maybe some of the V10 era cars ripping up the streets of Marine Drive around here. A few donuts, a bit of smoke. We're just sitting here in the field, and we've crossed live to the Sky feed or the World feed here up on the big screens, and quali's just about to start. The first session. Here we go. What are you expecting from quali today, Oscar? What are you hoping for?
I want Ricciardo to come best of the rest. Maybe even beat Gasly, because in practice he was looking quite close to Gasly. Yeah, that's true. Well, I think who do you think is going to get dropped out of this first session? Both of the racing points.
Both of the racing points. There's been a turn of speed. Occasionally Checo's been putting it up there.
Just listen to me.
Okay.
Both of the racing points, both of the Williams, and Albon.
And Albon, hey?
I don't know. It's random.
Oh, that's harsh. I think the Alphas are going to be in trouble. What about the Alphas?
Fine. There can be one of the racing points and one of the Alphas.
Yeah.
And actually both of the Alphas.
Apparently today was supposed to be hotter, and the race is going to be even hotter again. So What are they saying about Lance Stroll there?
Change of rear wings.
For Grosjean, yeah. And Lance is... Yep, so we're just listening to Crofty tell us about a few people having some struggles.
Yeah.
And the clock is ticking, but no one's out there. So we'll come back to you after the end of this session and report on the Q1 session.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh, that's the end of Q1, Oscar, and pretty exciting stuff. What did you see?
Well, I saw Gasly not going out at the very end.
Yeah, didn't go out for that second run.
He's lucky. He finished in 12th.
Yeah, so, but look, there's only a 10th between him and the drop zone. That was pretty risky by Red Bull.
I mean,
paid off for him this time, but it didn't pay off for Leclerc, did it, in Monaco? You see how that can bite.
Giovinazzi beats Raikkonen. Raikkonen's out 17th. Giovinazzi's in 15th, so he will carry on.
Yeah, does he? I think Giovinazzi might have a penalty, though, which is unfortunate. But
weighbridge for Lance, as we're watching now.
And Lance Stroll, unfortunately, the home man in his home Grand Prix and the home team got knocked out in
Not
Q1.
A great finish.
No, pretty ordinary.
My predictions were right. Both of the Racing Points got out.
Yeah, that's true.
And one of the Alphas.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's close to what I said.
I asked about the Alphas. So, yeah, pretty exciting Q1 session. And I think what we can see is evolution's a big deal. You've got to be the last man out on track. Otherwise, you're risking it.
Like, Hulkenberg had a great lap, though.
Right at the end. Yeah, that was great to see. So, I think it's going to be an exciting Q2. Who can make it through to Q3? We got the McLarens looking feisty. Sainz did a great lap. The Renault's looking pretty feisty. Who else? I think the Hasses were okay. They just squeaked in, actually. Maybe the Toro Rossos. So you might see a three-way shootout to get into Q3 between McLaren, Toro Rosso, and the Renaults.
Both of the Renaults out-qualified both of the Toro Rossos.
Yeah, true. Not a whole lot in there, though, between Hulkenberg, 5/10 off the front.
I am questioning the strategical decisions by Red Bull, though.
Yeah.
They should have sent Gasly out, though.
Yeah, no, that was risky. They got away with it, but risky. So I think, we're going to see McLaren and Renault vying to get into Q3 based on what we've seen so far. So we've got a few minutes now.
What's Paul di Resta
That's
saying?
Karen Chandok.
Whatever his name is.
Karen Chandok.
What's he saying?
There's some impeding that's going to be investigated.
Alex Albon got in the way of Sainz?
I think the other way around, wasn't
Really?
it? Yeah, keep following here. I think actually it's Sainz under investigation for impeding Albon. Yeah, this is it. We're seeing coming into turn 2. Yeah, down into turn 2. Sainz was just right in front of Albon and ruined his lap. So that's under investigation after quali.
It didn't affect Albon in the end, so I'm not...
Well, no, it ruined his lap.
Yeah,
I mean, he made it through, but it ruined that lap. So, I think Sainz will get a penalty for that, frankly. So that could be good for the Renaults because Sainz is going to be up there with them. So
Sainz did qualify ahead of Ricciardo, but not ahead of Hulkenberg.
In Q1.
All right. Hulkenberg did finish best of the rest.
Well, a few more minutes' time. I think Q2, it's going to be an exciting quali session.
And we'll see you in
be back in a few
20 minutes.
Well, welcome back to a very exciting Q2, Oscar. We've just seen K-Mag hit the wall of champions hard.
Yeah, but he does stay in. So did he do it on purpose? So
no, you don't ruin your car now to have to rebuild it before the race. But what we saw though is Max Verstappen not getting through early on the mediums, having to go to the softs for his final run, but not getting it in.
The only people that doesn't affect is Grosjean and Giovinazzi, I think. Oh no, Grosjean and Albon.
Grosjean was on a lap though, right? And he could have got through. Oh, we're just seeing the replay of that. Yeah. Oh, big. Yeah, we're just seeing the replays now. Smacked it into the wall of champions, bounced across, made a huge mess of the car, and ruined Grosjean's lap and Ricciardo's run as well. The red flag this session.
I think Grosjean was already finished, actually.
But I don't think Grosjean was on a lap.
No, he was finished. Yeah.
Grosjean didn't make it through.
He didn't make it through. It didn't affect him. He was finished already.
If he was finished already, he would have pitted. Why was he coming around here if he was finished? He was on his final run. No. We'll see. We're just watching some replays now.
K-Mag. No, that's not.
That's K-Mag.
Grosjean finished.
Grosjean. He didn't.
Yes, he finished.
Well, because there's Grosjean right now finishing his lap. He can't go fast past him now. He had to slow down and miss him. It's a yellow flag, so it ruined Grosjean's last lap.
Just look.
And there's Ricciardo coming through to finish his lap.
Wait, why does it still say replay?
Max Verstappen's very angry. That's why.
Yeah.
We're seeing Max Verstappen. You're hearing a lot of noise behind us. People excited about what's just happened in Q2. You see Grosjean's down in 15th. Oscar was doing his lap.
No, but it says he finished.
Now it does.
And Albon had
He was on his lap. You can finish the lap you're on.
And Albon had also finished.
Yeah, Albon had, but Grosjean was on his final run. So it stuffed up Grosjean. Verstappen, I'm not sure about Kvyat and Giovinazzi. So Verstappen's out. That could mean a P6 start if Ricciardo can hook it all together in Q3.
Maybe P5 because Gasly,
Yeah, I don't know if they've got enough speed. Oh, it's messy.
I don't think the car's on fire. Fire extinguisher, dude.
No, it's pretty exciting. All right, we're going to leave it there, and it's going to take a little bit. Going to take a little bit of time to clean up the track.
Also, they were talking about Sainz getting a 3-second road penalty, maybe.
For that impeding we mentioned in Q1. Yeah. So it's going to take a while to clean up the track now. So I think we're going to have a bit of a gap between the final session. It's going to be interesting stuff. We'll talk to
Team Radio.
Yeah. There's a team telling Grosjean to slow down because It ruined Grosjean's lap and Magnussen's out as well. Horrible outcome for Haas.
Yeah.
We're amongst a lot of Americans here, although I don't see a lot of Haas merchandise. So.
Yeah, I see a lot of Ferraris.
A lot of Ferrari and actually lots of Daniel Ricciardo support around here.
We'll be back at the end of qualifying.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Wow, what an exciting Q3 session, Oscar, that we saw, finally. Someone other than a Mercedes got pole position. Sebastian Vettel, last man across the line. Huge lap by Sebastian Vettel. But for me, the talk of the town, Daniel Ricciardo. P4. Massive, massive lap. Really tied up the front there. Great to see that lap. And then Bottas was a big loser. Had a huge moment there.
Technically, he was still in the top teams.
Bottas had a huge moment there. Came in P6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gasly got P5, so Vettel P1, Hamilton P2, then Leclerc P3, I believe.
So 3 of the top 6 didn't get in there. Smart.
Yeah, and then Ricciardo will be a happy man. What an exciting quali session between Magnussen's crash, Q1 antics, Q2, and then Q3.
I'm hoping
Great
for an
to
exciting race too.
Yeah, I think we're certainly well positioned. Look, we can't expect that Ricciardo's going to stay in P4 in the race. He's going to fall down. I think, and Verstappen will probably get him. Bottas will get him.
Maybe.
But yeah, look, we're just seeing the Jensen Button now interviewing Sebastian Vettel. Very exciting stuff. Great to see Vettel get there. He's a happy man. We're here at the Fan Fest. There was a huge round of applause and cheers.
There are a lot of Vettel fans here, apparently.
Yeah, and it's coming up on the screen now. First pole position since Germany.
2018.
Now, we know what happened in Germany. Of course, that's where that season went away from Seb, so hopefully today doesn't. We're going to call it quits on qualifying and go watch some demonstration now, some laps from Formula One cars. What an exciting session.
See you tomorrow.
And we'll see you post-race tomorrow.